Hello and welcome to Bees Live. In this video, we'll take you to the apiary of Inspire Adventures founder Professor Dave Cox and show highlights of the science and practice of beekeeping.
I have 9 active hives in the apiary. The number of hives changes throughout the season. I'll start out, I may have 5 in the spring, and then if I have to split them, it can turn into 10 if I lose a hive or I combine hives. So it's a moving target throughout the entire season. So what I do in the spring, I go inside the hive and I look to see how much brood is there. How big is this population? And that can give me a signal if the bees are going to swarm. When they get crowded, they want to leave. And I'll show you, we're going to go into this hive and I'll show you some of the things I'm referring to. There will be special cells created called swarm cells that tell me this hive is going to swarm. And if I don't take the queen and remove her, she's going to leave on her own. One of our previous tours, we were watching a swarming happen while we were in apiary, and there were thousands and thousands of bees leaving the hive in front of our eyes. So, I don't know how well you guys can see them, but there's a lot of activity today. And some of the bees, if you notice when they're going in, if they have yellow or orange attached to their legs, that's pollen that they're carrying in. Pollen is a protein that they feed the developing babies. They also look for nectar from flowers to feed the babies. So nectar is sugar, carbohydrates, pollen is protein.
Professor Cox also takes us inside the bee hives to learn about the biology, ecology, and social practices of bees.
This is the queen excluder. So these little slits have been measured out specifically so the bees can come through, the worker bees, and these big guys here are the drones. They can come through, but the queen cannot. I want to trap her below this so she doesn't start laying eggs and putting babies up here in the honey supers. So those are all the workers that are filling these frames up with honey that I can harvest later in the season. So the best thing for a beekeeper to see, let me back it up. If you were to count, there's 9 of these frames. I love opening a box and having bees covering every single frame because it means they're making honey across all those frames all at the same time. Generally, they start in the middle and then they work their way outward and they just keep working out until this box is full. Then they go up to the box above it. If that one gets full, I put another box on. So it's just depending on how much these girls can do, how busy they are, but also what kind of spring and summer are we going to have with flowers. I need flowers. I need plants with flowers for these bees to make honey. What looks like a big long peanut, that is a fully, and the bottom of it's filled in. That's called a capped swarm cell. There is a queen developing in here who is probably 3 to 4 days away from hatching out. So I know I have a new queen in this cell right here. She's going to hatch out in this box. She'll chew her way out. She'll get her exoskeleton dried off, and then she's going to go fly out there looking for food or looking for a mate, or lots of mates, and then come back and start putting her eggs into this hive. So she will be the new queen of this box here. So what's very helpful, see, she's doing a good job. She's got lots of brood. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but that one right there has got orange on its legs. That's pollen. So this is a nice, pretty frame. All this is brood. You got honey up here like this. That's a great looking frame. All of this up here is honey. This is all honey that the bees have made. So it starts out real shiny because they're taking nectar from plants. and changing that secretion into honey. And then they're putting it into these little cells. And then they cap it with a piece of wax that they produce from wax glands. So this honey here is what they're going to use to help survive the winter.
We hope you enjoy learning about the science of bees. For more information, please visit us at inspireadventures.com.